to the stream. As always, my name is Tree City West. Hope you guys are having a good Monday. got a chill show for you. Really just going to try to get back to the website, finish building that with Grok 4.6 and GLM 5.3. I also want to check out Cursor and what they're doing with Origin. It was kind of funny today. GitHub was in the middle of a huge outage, so Cursor decided to slide in with their new GitHub alternative called Origin. So we're going to check that out today. And yeah, it should just be a chill stream. Really want to get the website down. Also working on this trimming and clipping pipeline for the social media. That's why you see all these shorts. And we're also getting active on TikTok again. So give us a follow on TikTok at Tree City West and YouTube at Tree City West. And we're on X over at Tree City West. So I'll go ahead and post that over on X real quick before we get started. And then let's get into it. Monday evening chill stream. Come hang out and talk vibe coding. Cool. Stream is live. Come chat on YouTube. Sweet. Awesome. So as you can see here, we got the tree miner going, and ultimately, so we started building the website, and now the pivot is to, I'm sorry, we started with the tree miner. That was the first project that we built on stream. We forked Woody's miner, and we also have some other vibe coded projects we started, including X1 Ninja, hashhead.io, claimzen.com. So now I want to finish building out the treecity.dev website, have a nice little landing page for all, kind of like a showcase almost for all the different projects and open source things we do. What's up, X1 Brains? Welcome to the chat. But yeah, you can see we're mining right now. Despite the pool being down, we're still accumulating blocks, and then once the pool comes back up and we're at the same difficulty, it'll resubmit those blocks. And yeah, we're killing it right now. So that's exciting to see. But what's up, Janet? Welcome. Back at it again. I'm actually using the stand-up desk right now. It feels weird. But so let's work on a website. So when was that? Saturday night? No, Saturday night was the fun night. We were up late generating all that content. Last night on Sunday, we were trying to build the website, and we spun up all these sub agents and all these different agents, and they all just made complete trash slop. Mainly because the prompt was bad. So that was the lesson for last night. When your prompt sucks, you're screwed basically. So let's make a new folder. Maybe. Cursor's being weird. That was odd. All right. So we're gonna make a new folder. We'll call it Tree City Dev Site V2. Web V2. How's that? Even that looks stupid. I don't like that. We'll do Tree City Web V2. There we go. Awesome. All right. So we got our folder created. We're working out of this Tree City Web V2 folder. So what I wanted to start off with was figuring out. So ultimately, we're going to be hosting it on Vercel. So I have a bunch of different websites, basic websites hosted on Vercel. And what I'd like to do, I wanted to see what other deployments, because everything is built in Next.js and React, and I kind of want to try something different, you know, like something that's kind of unique. So I wanted to see what the other platforms. So here's the different templates, and this is exactly what I was looking for. So I wanted to come down. Marketing sites, that's funny. So we got Hume AI, Next.js, Commerce, Slack agent template, that's funny. Nuxt.js, so it's a different version. You start with JavaScript, then you make Next JavaScript, and then you make Nuxt, which is another layer on top of that. I mean, it really is the best. That's why it's everywhere. But I was just kind of curious. There's Svelte. There's like stuff like Vite and stuff. So we're just kind of. Why don't we ask Fable? All right. Let's go ahead and get our speech to text set up here. Forgot to open that. It is now 2026. You are a master web developer making attractive, trendy websites. What framework do you pick and why? I feel like I'm struggling because everything is Next.js or React. I'd like to build something unique that I've never played with before, but I also want it to be robust and artistic and bright and marketable. We're looking to build a showcase for our GitHub projects, almost like a portfolio, but funner. So let's see what Fable comes up with here. Shout out to the 3 viewers. Welcome, welcome. 9 best Next.js alternatives for 2026. So, while that's cooking, here we go. The 2026 landscape is basically Next.js still dominates, but Astro. I've never heard of Astro. And SvelteKit. We did see SvelteKit that outperform it for content first sites. Both are surging on most admired lists. For your use case, my pick is SvelteKit on Svelte 5, with Astro as the runner-up. Why SvelteKit is a portfolio but funner. It's genuinely not React, no JSX, no virtual DOM, no hooks. Svelte is a compiler. Nice. You write near vanilla HTML, CSS, JSS, and it compiles the framework away. Coming from React world, it feels like a different discipline, which is exactly the something I've never played with itch. Okay, so maybe we'll play with SvelteKit. It's a framework rapidly developing robust, performant web applications using Svelte. If you're coming from React, that's funny. That I'm reading the first document on the first page, on the first paragraph. If you're coming from React, Svelte is similar to Next. If you're coming from Vue, Svelte is similar to Nuxt. So we pretty much have it nailed down to React, Svelte, Next, or Nuxt. So what is Svelte? In short, it's a way of writing user interface components like a navigation bar, comment section, content form that users see and interact with in their browsers. The Svelte compiler converts your components to JavaScript that can be run to render the HTML for the page and to CSS that styles the page. You don't need to know Svelte to understand the rest of this guide, but it will help. All right, I guess we're going with Svelte. What are you using over there? X1 Brains? What are you using for the X1 Brains website, and what are you using for X1 City? What type of usage does Svelte use? Felt. We will likely host on Vercel, so is Svelte a good option for Vercel? Let's see if they have like a certain flavor. Like all the React sites, when people say a site is AI slop, it's because it's like the same React template. And it's more so like because it's React, I think. Obviously all the AIs are trained on the same stuff, but yeah, so made with Svelte. We got Svelte plot. Let's see what Mercury core looks like. Okay, so these are just some docs. Labby, a self-hosted home lab dashboard. It's nice when they have an example page. That does look good though, if it actually looks like that. Vercel is arguably the best place to host SvelteKit. Svelte's creator works at Vercel. That's hilarious. So X1 Brain says he used React. I need the graphics to be fire, and Claude took me down that rabbit hole. Yeah, for sure. I mean, React's good. It's just kind of like a... I feel like everything I've ever made's been in React. So... I'm looking to build a new website using SvelteKit. I'd like it to be a artistic and fun showcase of my GitHub projects and YouTube and TikTok sites and x.com. I'd like it to be a showcase of my GitHub and YouTube and other social media. It'll demonstrate the portfolio we're building as well as all the projects that we're building live on YouTube. We'll keep it simple and host it on Vercel with a custom domain. The current site uses React and is boring and looks like a typical SaaS. We're going for something unique and different. We want it to look gamified, but feel like a professional portfolio. We want it to highlight AI, but not appear to be created by AI. It should be a unique, one-of-a-kind website. Getting passionate about it. I wonder what the gotchas are with SvelteKit. SvelteKit is a full stack framework where you choose the rendering mode per route, and that determines what Vercel resources you actually consume. Are there any gotchas or anything I should be concerned about? Gotchas. I was about to cancel Claude, and then they got me with the subscription. Slid it in there once again. Now it's like, all right, I'll hold it for another month. All right, so make sure we're using Svelte 5. I might just drop this into our little agent here. Awesome. GitHub API rate limits at build time. That doesn't concern me. No material UI chakra equivalent at scale. That's okay. I do use chakra a lot though. Vercel specific features are Vercel specific. Vercel's free tier prohibits commercial use. A personal GitHub showcase is fine, but if this becomes a marketing asset for a business, you're technically in pro territory. It's another fucking $20 a month subscription. I'm getting $20 a month to death. Minor DX paper cuts from load functions must be serializable. Vite dependency optimization occasionally needs a dev restart. When packages and key blocks are the trick for re-triggering transitions when data... Alright, you're losing me. Alright, so we'll try SvelteKit. Everybody's using React. Why don't we switch it up? What do you think my website should look like based on all of our previous chats and discussions? How would you build the Tree City West dev showcase using Svelte and what you know about me? Do not mention my work or profession. Keep it to Tree City West only. So that's kind of a fun thing you can do with AI, especially like Codex and Claude. If you talk to them a lot, like every day, they keep certain memories about you and your personality and how you talk. So you can have it do weird things like, I like to have it like write my obituary or like tell me about myself and like how can I, like what are common grammar and spelling mistakes I make and like what are things that generally bother me and how can I fix that? So like, it's nice to use the AI for technical work, but they really kind of get to know you and you can also use them personally to like understand like, why do I always say this and why do I always feel like this on certain days? You know, it's almost like a journal that can journal itself. It's like your own little retrospective. It's kind of cool. So you've already landed on the right concept. The TreeHouse storytelling climb. So let me sharpen it into something buildable. One continuous vertical world, no page loads. You arrive at the base of a massive tree at night. Yeah, I don't want to do that again. I don't want to do the tree climb again. It was a fun experiment for the last stream, but I'd like to do something unique. I don't mind the TreeHouse aesthetic, but I don't want to do a storybook scroll through site. I'd like to focus on animations and nice graphics and making it interactive and pop. I'd like to focus on nice graphics and animations and interactivity and making it pop. Those Gotchas are the right ones to bake in now. I'll lock the project to Svelte 5 runes. Keep the artistic layer SSR safe. Fetch GitHub YouTube request at time with the token and cache. I'm encoding those rules into the repo now. Svelte 5 only. SSR safe motion. That's cool. So we got our Grok agent and cursor starting the build out while we're talking to Fable 5 about the actual design and what we want it to look like. And it immediately started going off what we were telling it last stream about the climb click-through storybook animation thing we were trying to make, and I really didn't like that. I didn't enjoy that. So telling it I don't want to do the tree climb again, start from scratch, let's do something new. So good call. Storytelling is also everywhere right now, so dropping it. One thing fixed, beautifully lit 2.5D scene. The treehouse interior as a point-and-click world. Think classic LucasArts. I'm a huge Star Wars fan. Classic LucasArts adventure room meets modern lighting. No scrolling at all. The entire site is one viewport. Why don't we drop some of our art? I don't know what to call it. the AI generations we did on Saturday night. So I like that one. That one's pretty cool. Yeah. All right. So just dropping some pictures to Fable to get an idea of the type of vibe we're going for here. You know, looking at this is kind of one of the initial interlude screens. You know, then we took something like this and animated it and made a pretty cool interlude screen. So now we're going to try to build a website around the same type of theme. So I'm going to drop this off into cursor as well. Add svelte. Cool. Then we'll get the Vercel adapter in there since we're going to host it on Vercel. All right, so what's Claude saying? This is just some basic AI art we used for the YouTube stream. I just wanted to give you a vibe for the actual plan. Your goal will be to plan the art and design. We will not be making our own pixel art, but instead you can create prompts for me to create the art assets that we'll use on the site. Then I'd also like you to create the art direction plan. Keep them limited, each prompt to only a few lines, and keep the art direction plan less than 50 lines. Claude does seem slow today, man. Taking longer than expected. You too, Grok? So what's cool about Cursor, so we have our repo. We can have multiple chats under it. So I can while this one's working on the actual meat and potatoes, the design, making sure we have our plugins and Svelte runes. I've never heard it called runes before, but it's going through making sure we have the unique stuff that we need for the website. But then we can actually spin up a second chat and start working on the assets. But we got to wait for Fable over here to finish the plan. And I think we'll use Grok. We'll probably use Grok to make some more. That's interesting. Agent. We can do an imagine agent. That's kind of cool. All right. Done. Art direction plan. 29 rules, well under 50 lines, plus a 14 prompt pack for covering every asset the room needs. Master scene, parallax lines, the train, 5 interactive objects as 3 state sprites sheets. All right, let's do it. All right. We got Grok 4.6 cooking on high over here. I'm gonna say I just dropped the Tree City West design doc. I have another agent setting up the basics and the projects and the frameworks. I'd like you to review and begin planning the design documents. Do not generate art, but instead put placeholders with a description of what we need. Review the Claude and Agents MD files. All right, so now we have one agent cooking on the design review, and we have one working on the actual, well, it looks like it's 5 to-dos completed. Follow the official adapter docs. So this is installing the Vercel adapter still, making sure our Svelte config is pinned to 5.0. Yeah. So we'll keep cooking here. Now create a small 4 to 5 paragraph of everything the website should be. Everything from the TreeHouse to Tree City West and the design and the outcomes. Focus on the goals and the outcome that you want the agent to complete. All right. The site now follows the adapter Vercel setup. It's configured for Node.js 24, homepage ISR, not pre-render. YouTube, GitHub, refresh every 5 minutes. Pre-render stays on static routes. What not to do? No Vercel JSON routes, rewrites. All right, cool. Set GitHub token in the Vercel project. All right. So how's our design doing? All right, let's see what. So Claude came back, and this is what it thinks I want my website to look like. Home of Tree City West on the web. A single scene, fully interactive pixel art world that serves as the showcase for his GitHub projects and YouTube channel. There's no scrolling narrative and no conventional page structure. What the hell? No, this is not what I want. What do you mean no conventional page structure? That's not what I want to tell my design agent. Focus more on the colors, the design, and the functionality of the site and what it's meant to accomplish. Focus less on the pixel art and textures. Current site is a scrolling loft. The art doc wants a fixed treehouse scene. I'll read the remaining UI pieces, then write the design. Lock the art direction, palette, and tokens. Add the scene contract to Claude. All right. So now it's starting to cook a little bit. I wonder if we open the IDE, if we start to see some files pop in here. While that loads up, let's go look at Claude. Claude's just struggling. Rewrite brief, emphasizing color, design system, functionality, and goals. So here's the new brief. The TreeHouse is the official home of Tree City West and the single front door to everything he builds and broadcasts. His job is conversion and credibility, turn a curious visitor into a YouTube viewer, subscriber, give every GitHub project a more compelling landing than its README, and serve as the permanent link in bio, stream, backdrop, and portfolio destination. Every design and functional decision should be judged against one question. Does this make a stranger understand who Tree City West is faster and move them towards the projects in the stream? So it made up this little color panel, greens, orange, reds, blacks. Homepage leads with an interactive hero, the TreeHouse workstation scene overlooking the city, with gentle cursor parallax, ambient rain, and okay, I like that. I like that. Let's go see how the agent's doing real quick. Yeah, agent's cooking over here. But I do want to go back to the IDE. Let's take a look at the project. So yeah, it's cooking right now. Actually, I meant to do that here. So instead of agent mode, I could tell it to multitask. Then kind of force that. Design doc with a K. You motherfucker. All right, cool. So let's go see what Claude's doing over here. Give me a nice prompt to generate the scene for the background of the website. All right, let's see if we pop this over here into Grok, what we get. A cozy wooden treehouse workstation at night, viewed from the inside. Warm desk, glowing retro monitor, small radio equipment, lit by a single amber desk lamp, opening onto a vast, rainy, futuristic city skyline. Got too many branches. Go for 1980s retro pixel art. God, I'm getting into this again. I could sit here and fuck with these images all night. More Nintendo style, and do not use purples and pinks. Also, reduce some of the greens inside the structure. Now give me a prompt for a nice pixel art scene. Cruise back over to cursor. Cursor is thinking slowly, barely. Got one sub agent running. It's background agents cooking. Are we dropping frames? Why are we dropping frames? That's 100%. I don't know. Welcome back if you're out there. Placeholders are mostly solid. A few boards need copy sizing. Do a different perspective of the room and show a couch with a TV. Have it be bigger. Yeah. So we're just chilling. Prompting our life away. hand this to a background agent. Reconcile the brief. All right. So now we got our other sub-agent editing the README. So that's cooking. Let's see what Grok made. Make the room brighter. Add some candles. Less green leaves. Make the city more realistic, like a rural America city or suburban view from, what am I trying to say? Like the view of the city from suburban areas. It just said no. It's cool. What's the proper way to make pixel art work on the website? Is it to make SVG sprites? What's the standard? No. It's just flat out no. That's not what that's for. SVG is the standard for vector art. So what's the best way? All right, so what do we got here? A few decisions still need you before the other might. Exact GitHub slug. For now, just use placeholder slugs. We'll connect the GitHub and other things that require secrets later. I really just want to see the design and iterate on the design and what we're going for. x1.ninja is the URL. I'm less concerned about the content, I'm more concerned about the design. So yeah, we're struggling. And this is usually how it goes with it's easy to say, hey, build me a website. You'll end up with a website that looks like treecity.dev. Like, this is every vibe coded website looks like this. You know, this is this typical SaaS, software as a service. Like, where's the sign up form? Where's the pricing? Here's the roadmap. Like, it's all there. So I'm trying to build something unique and different. That's like a different experience for the user. Put a viewable scene on the home page with a placeholder slug and labeled board so you can iterate on the look and interaction, not GitHub or copy. All right, cool. I'm trying to consolidate the idea. What are we really going for with the treehouse? I kind of like this idea of the same room with different seasons outside. Sometimes it's the lo-fi rainy skyline. Sometimes it's sunny with clouds. Sometimes it's nighttime with moon. But it's always the same room. I think that's kind of a cool marketing concept. I feel like we need to keep the city simple so it's easy to recreate. Proceed. I'll be honest, I'm not really feeling cursor. I'm just having that weird bugs like that. Like, you see that? I'm clicking on view and it's not staying open. And then these are in different fonts. That's weird. I like detailed. We'll turn up the detailed. Okay, there's a little color. Yeah, I like the gray. That's so ugly. I do kind of like the navy though. Yeah, maybe we'll roll like that. All right. Give the agent a confetti cannon. Okay. Hide email address. Yeah, sure. Yeah, cursor's interesting. I'm not sure how I feel about it yet. All right, I hate the blue. We got to get rid of the blue. I'll mount the treehouse scene on the home page with the label placeholder so you can iterate on the look. I'll mount a full viewport. Are you doing it? That's kind of cool. You can see where the tokens are going. Most of ours are going to conversation and tool definitions. Make it pink. So that's the consolidation and the strongest version of the idea yet. What you're really going for in one line: the room is the brand, the window is the mood, a constant cozy vantage point that's always recognizably yours, with the world outside that never stops changing. Same desk, same lamp, same green glow. Visit in December and it's snowing over the city. Visit at 2 a.m. and the moon's out. Ooh, we could have it timed like that. We could have a morning, afternoon, night. Why this works as marketing? It's the lo-fi girl model. What does that mean? She's been at the same desk for years. It's one of the most recognizable brands on YouTube. Okay. That's what I'm going for, I guess. Damn. It also quietly solves your biggest technical problem. AI art's weakness is consistency, but in this model, you only need to nail the room once. Then the window becomes a slot. The sky layer. That's interesting. Make the... Can Claude generate images yet? I'm sure it'll try. All right, I kind of like this for the website. That's kind of a cool idea. Had an interesting idea for the website. We were considering using a TreeHouse background that overlooks the city. Well, instead of having it be a static image, I kind of want to have the background be transparent with the buildings standing there. But since the background's transparent, you can change to different seasons and different times of the day. So at night, it can be night. In the winter, it can be in winter. Oh, you motherfucker. I hate you so much. I need to get Whisper Flow. We're considering a treehouse tower that overlooks the city. I imagine a transparent viewport that we can change the seasons of the year and times of the day in. Sometimes it's snow, sometimes it's rain, sometimes it's the moon. The website links would be different things around the room, similar to a video game loadout screen. If you hover over the computer, it takes you to GitHub. If you hover on the charts on the wall, it takes you to X1 Ninja. Ooh, I like where this is going. The creativity is flowing right now. So it'd be something like this. You hover over the computer and it takes you to GitHub. We could have X1 Ninja on the TV. You click on it, it takes you to X1 Ninja. You know, it'll have like something on the wall, but then this part will be changing, and you can have it be like during the day, during the night, and you know exactly what I just said, being repetitive, but that's the general idea. And then you can do different seasons. You could have like Santa fly by and stuff. I like that idea. Then looking at this picture, I see all these candles. Like each candle could be, and obviously I don't want candles. Maybe they're like little devices or posters on the wall, but each one could be a different link to a different project, like Hashhead or Tree City Trading or whatever, YouTube, TikTok. I like where this is going. The loadout screen is the framing that makes it all click. It's better than point and click room because the loadout screen comes with the complete familiar interaction grammar that players already know. Everything's visible on the screen. Hovering an item lights up and shows a nameplate. Yes. Give me a detailed prompt. Is felt kit a good option for this? We'll see. This is getting exciting. Can I get a Dracula castle there? Hey. We need to make one on X1 World. I gotta update that site soon. I'm just working on the website. I had a cool idea. So I'm trying to think of like unique ideas for a website. So I kind of imagine, I just want my website to be simple. So I want it to look like this, you know, or something similar, you know, like a skyline like this. If you hover over the computer, it'll take you to GitHub. If you hover over the, you know, the speaker, the TV or whatever, it takes you to YouTube. You know, we could have different things, but then like the scene will be like a changing scene, and we could have different scenes for different parts of the day and different parts of the year. And it can be a very simple site, but it'll constantly be changing, which I think is pretty cool. And it's in SvelteKit, which I have no idea how that fucking works. What the fuck is this? All right. Not quite, but so what I'm gonna do now, we're gonna shut down the cursor agent since Grok got us there. You know, Grok got Svelte picked out, got the initial prerequisites set up, got it to where we can actually load a website. So we don't need Grok anymore after this. Now we need a more powerful frontier model. So I think we're gonna use Codex for this. Since Fable kind of made the prompt and everything. I'm just gonna drop that in there. Oh shit, I pasted the wrong thing, but that's okay. It's just gonna be nonsense. Yeah, I want it to be dynamic, but I want it to be like static, like it's always the same room. And like maybe the laptop changes or something. Oh, that's cool. It even got the... Oh, I like that. The colors are cheese, but... Which one? Make the room a bit bigger. Add a chair or a couch in the corner. Remove the tree and leaves from one side of the room. Give it more of a log cabin treehouse feel, but don't use green leaves. I like the big lamp one. Put a lava lamp, hell yeah. Nope, that's the wrong direction. Make the walls look more like a cabin or a treehouse. Keep the frame, but make the walls a different texture, like a log cabin or treehouse. So we got codecs cooking over here. Where'd cursor go? Cursor's planning its next moves. Switch it from log cabin to treehouse, but keep the pink viewport the same perspective. Oh. Should not be able to see outside the treehouse. Closer, but you should not be able to see outside the treehouse. I like that, Rolando. Make it look like something Abe Lincoln himself would be proud to live in. No, we're losing the plot. We're losing. I like these maps of America back there. I think something like this would be better because it's kind of symmetrical. But I kind of want that angle. Yeah, maybe this is it. So you hover over these, there'll be X1 Ninja, GitHub, YouTube, Twitter, TikTok. So I'm gonna save this in the folder. We're gonna drop it off in Canva. What if I just do background remover? What? The fuck is that? Get it all out of here. What's happening? I'm so confused. Like, did it generate that? Stop. is it doing that? That's so weird. It's like making something up. I'm trying to erase it so it's transparent, and it's like generating a fake wall that I don't want. Anyways, let's go check on cursor real quick. Yeah, codex is cooking. All right. Make this transparent. Can Grok do transparency? Damn it. Yeah, I just got rid of it. That's funny. All right, well, let's just see. Can I make it an Can I make it aquarium? Hell yeah. You like the cozy look? It's pissing me off, honestly. I don't want leaves, green leaves inside. This is probably the closest one. So then I can tell I've added 2 potential images from Grok that we can use for the background. We'll see if it works. It's great timing. The transparent room is already working in browser. I'll locate the 2 files, inspect their dimension composition, and compare how each reads through the window. What's ChatGPT going to say about Grok's images? Candidate B is the stronger fit. The window is orthogonal. CRT, radio mug, silhouette say separated. There's no chair competing with the hotspot cluster. Foliage framing matches the art direction. Candidate A's perspective window and large armchair would make the viewport mask and mobile cup less reliable. I'm preparing B as non-destructive alternate room layer and returning the hitboxes to fit. Retuning. So that's cool. It's got the hitboxes ready. It's going to retune them around the things. Now I wonder if Codex will be able to, like, I don't know how it's going to do it, draw a line around it. So when you wrong pipe. So when you hover over it, it kind of pops. We'll have to figure that one out. All right. The hell? Oh, this is the... Oh shit. Okay, so this is the thing. Yeah, this needs a lot of work, but yeah, this is kind of what I was thinking. So this is the website. You come here, and it's like, oh, I hover over this. Some days it'll be this. Click this, it's X1 Ninja. Got the YouTube. That's close. I was just saying, this is exactly what I was saying. I wonder how it's going to draw the highlight. And I think the green highlights is pretty fucking dumb. I don't like it. I want it to light up like a yellow glow. Let's tell. It's close, but I want it to light up with a yellow glow, not a stiff green box. Also, the windows don't align with the images. Make the image. Yeah, that's fine. That's kind of cool, kind of cheesy. Now I gotta get the art right, and I can just sit there and do that for hours. I want to see if I can do this yellow glow. That would be cool. So I got cursor agent. It's weird. It says the site's still running. Alright, cool. I'm about to take a break. I gotta take a leak. I need to grab a drink. Ooh, look at that. Yes, I like that a lot. Holy shit. TreeHouse. X1 Ninja. YouTube. GitHub. Mug. Yes, that is nice. Let's see what it looks like in the browser. Yeah, there it is. Oh, I see. Off air like I'm live. That would be funny. See, hover, it's X1 Ninja, YouTube, GitHub. Buy me a coffee. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? That's pretty slick. Now I just need to have better art because I don't really like this image. But yeah, it's doing what I want it to do. That's pretty cool, right? So now that it's doing it, I can make any background image I want. So, and I just have to tell it to fit it with the image. That's what's kind of cool about Codex and Claude. When they use their vision, they look at it and they're like, oh, this will look good with that. But I gotta step away. I gotta take a leak, but I'll be back in just a few minutes. Sit tight. Yo, yo, yo. And we back. Yeah, I like how this looks. I'm impressed. Much better than yesterday, right? Excuse me. Running up and down the stairs got me. Alright, so replace green hitbox outlines with soft out amber yellow object glows. Nameplates now use the amber palette. Remove Grok's remaining pink chroma fringe. Restrain vistas and weather effects to the... Okay. So that's felt. Oh, I had it open. Let's see what kind of images we can generate. Imagine a high-tech treehouse with a laptop and glowing terminal. There's other audio and video equipment around. There's a glowing clock on the wall and some posters. We'll take the posters away. And the clock. That's the artifacts. There's a couch and a chair and a nice chill space to relax and unwind in. On the far side of the room, there's a huge window that overlooks an average American city. Instead of an American city, it will be a green screen placeholder that we will change out for an American city. Let's see if we can do that. Make it 8-bit retro pixel art. I wonder if I could make it animated. That'd be crazy. Yeah, Pink Floyd or Tool poster. Hell yeah. Miner's mine, and I'm looking up at my I got a pixel board over here that keeps track of my mining stats. 176k right now. It's cooking. Alright, so we got Grok making an image. Alright. That's kind of interesting. Different perspective. I don't like how... There's just a poster of a tree. Remove the lights and the camera in the tree poster. Make it a single level and a little less busy. More like a cozy tech spot overlooking the city like Batman. But no Batman. Let's try some different prompts with Grok. "8-bit pixel art treehouse overlooking an average American city. There's a glowing laptop with terminal and other audio and video equipment. It's very low key and relaxed. I do like that. It's just so obviously AI generated. The picture should be inside of the treehouse looking out over the city. Might be able to grab some from the other night. I like this one a lot. Let's see if we can fuck with this one. Instead of an open deck, turn this into an office. Add retro style terminals and make it pixel art. Go for less trees and more traditional style tree house with technology overlooking the same city. Can you make me one to look like the BB house? For sure. Ooh, I kind of like this. Make it brighter. Only have 2 terminals. Keep it neat. Remove the green leaves inside. Add a tablet and a mixer and some audio equipment. Make the audio equipment more low key, like a person doing a single podcast. Have one, I don't even know. I'm losing it. Ooh, I kind of like this though. I wonder if Grok can animate this. Animate this. Keep camera position still. Have terminal moving, stars flickering, city bustling, but very minimal overall movement. Yeah, I'm about to give up on these. We'll see if this can animate it though. That'd be cool. Especially because this one's from ChatGPT. So I'm taking the ChatGPT image, feeding it into Grok Imagine, telling it to animate it low key, and then I'll put it into Cursor. Cursor will then make it the website background and put overlays on it that'll make it glow. And maybe it'll be our new website. Kind of want to add some kind of like border maybe, or I'm also not sure how mobile will work. Is that car gonna make it across the street though? The stars are cheesy. Oh, it did. Nice, it's a nice little loop. I like that. Use normal dots for stars as if it's an exaggerated space sky. I mean, shit, that's pretty good right there. I kind of like that. Needs to loop right there. Yeah, okay. It's an MP4. I don't know if that'll work. I saved an MP4. It's a similar scene. I'm curious if we can convert it to a GIF or whatever we need to do to use it as an animation as the background on the website. Or do we just use it as MP4 format? MP4. Use the MP4 directly, GIF would be much larger, low quality, less efficient. I'll inspect the file's codec, dimensions, duration, and size. Then I can wire it as a muted looping video behind the transparent window with a static image fallback. The format already works well for the web. I'm checking a few frames to see whether it should replace the entire room scene or be cropped onto the window viewport, or whether the loop needs trimming. I think it loops perfectly. Just taking all these screenshots. I'm trying to get ahead of it. Yeah, here's the image. That's pretty cool. The computer doesn't loop perfectly though. Yeah, what is that? There's a fucking mouse there. I never noticed that. Remove the mouse on the computer. All right, we're gonna make another video and see what we can do. Try to make it simpler. Meanwhile, wait. We should preserve that loop. Use MP4, not GIF. We'll crop the animated city portion from the video. Remove its. Right. So I have GPT-5.6 Soul inside of Cursor, creating the website using the MP4 we don't want, and that's just so it can create it. And then once Grok finishes the new generation, we'll download it and replace that MP4 file. It's at 50% right now. Yeah, that's much more chill. Oh god damn it. We'll be wrapping up here soon. Let's go see how. The useful part is to animate the city inside the MP4's own window. The full frame version contains a different desk and hotspot layout. Found a clean crop that excludes the laptop, beanbag, and floor, while retaining the skyline animation so it'll fit in our existing transparent viewport without fighting the loadout art. It's talking about cropping it. So it's going to crop it. That is kind of wide. I just crop out that chair. Maybe a little on the top, a little on the bottom. What the fuck is that? The clouds are... this is how I blow all my credits. The optimized loop is now only 650 KB down. Can I see it? Scene loadout. All right, let's see. Yeah, this is much more chill. I like the clouds. What the fuck is that? Is that Batman? Oh, this entire building just disappears. Oh, there it goes. That's whack. I think the first one with the car, even though the Stars are kind of goofy. Just for the sake of time. Is it ready to go? If so, can you start the server? Yes, the automated viewport's ready. I'll start this VeltKit development server in the direction and confirm the exact local URL. Respond successfully. All right. Keep opening that. So here's the current one. I kind of like that. What the hell? That's X1 Ninja. Where's the MP4 version? Oops. I do like that though. That is cool. Let's click on this. Takes you to X1 Ninja. Restart the server or rebuild. It's showing the old version. All right, once this is done, I think it's time for me to hit the hay. I'm pretty exhausted. Oh. Yerp. Looks like you're getting bombed or something. What the fuck? And this entire building disappears. Oh, no, this is the aggressive clouds. And this building disappeared. Oh, the moon just shows up. And it's like, nah, I don't want that building to be there. Blocking the moon. Restarted cleanly? It doesn't look like it. Yeah, it's definitely showing the old. Can cycle through. Yeah, that's slick. I like this. I want to see the animated version though, so I can go to bed. GPT's tripping. Anything trending on X1 Ninja? Jack's roids. One up. B dumping. Neck dumping. Say it ain't so. Long live the Drac. It's on the loser list. Uh-oh. Damn, I have one validator struggling. Lost a bunch of delegation. All right. What was I doing? Still the old version. You misunderstand. I'm not trying to put the MP4 in the window. I'm trying to have the MP4 be the entire background and replace the image. You must understand. Understood. MP4 itself. Shout out to the 4 watchers. Just putting the finishing touches on the website, experimenting a little bit. This time we're using, instead of using like React or Next, we're using oh my god, what is it? Total brain for it. Svelte kit. Svelte 5. Svelte kit. And instead of just having it be a static background, we generated a screen size clip, and I'm trying to make it be this little, like, almost like a video game selection screen where if you hover over something, it lights up. But I also want it to be animated at the same time. So I'm curious if it can pull this off. We'll see here in a second. All right, so it's not animated, but it is glowing. It just switches back. It doesn't play, it just instantly goes dim, and if you click on anything, it goes to the other one. It's probably because it's still updating and I'm being impatient, but just want to throw that out there. What do you guys use for generating videos and photos? Man, I've been really locked in with my Hermes bot lately. Hermes is such a cool thing. I can just run anything. Whatever task you give it, it'll do it. Hey, check that out. It's actually playing now. So this is the website. You visit treecity.dev. You can go to Git. That sucks. It does the dim thing. GitHub. X1 Ninja's the the aquarium. Got YouTube in this little box over here. Yeah, I like this. That's kind of cool. It actually works. So this is a website. I definitely need a better animation, but that's cool. You can do something like that with these overlays. It's like the aquarium lights up. Like that's kind of a one of a kind website, I think. If it stops fucking up. All right, I think we got a good base for the project. We'll kind of continue this tomorrow. I see there's something cut off down here. Not sure what that is at the bottom. But I think we could make a better loop, better room, better city, better sky, to kind of keep the pixel vibe. But it's been fun playing with Grok and Cursor. I'd love to get a Cursor sponsorship. I want to play with Grokbot so bad. They cost $200 a month at least. Unless you do like the $400 Super Grok or the Ultra from Cursor. I haven't built a website in forever. Oh yeah, it's fun. It's good exercise. I specifically did this because every other website I've made is like React and Next. So I wanted this one to be a little different. So that's why we picked this felt kit. And it looked pretty good with the video there. Then using Grok to generate some assets. It's a good time. It's still running. Oh. Yeah, that's funny. I think we'll keep that one. We just have to make the video right. Well, I appreciate the time, guys. Hope you've had a good Monday evening, and I hope you have a good Tuesday. We should be back tomorrow, unless anything crazy happens. But yeah, I appreciate the time, and as always, stay zen. Peace.